Hey y'all, this is Jeff with Atlantic Arcade Sales and Service, and here I am in Waxhaw, North Carolina, and Bryan has a beautiful Supercade XL. He did a phenomenal job. He came up with this design idea. A lot went into this. This is one of his favorite artists with the comics, and this turned out just incredible. And I made a short video at home earlier today, but didn't really give you a chance to look at how beautiful this cabinet is. But I wanted to make a video just to take care of a couple of things. Number one, show you just how great this turned out for him. And just really turned out phenomenal. We were just talking about the control panel. And just wanted you all to take a good look at just how beautiful his idea looks. I mean, this really looks incredible. And also want to just go through some of the finer points to help him out if he needs a refresher on how to use the cabinet, which I don't believe he does. I think he knows more about it than I do. And but in case someone else is here, he needs to walk someone else through. So basically, the game will be sitting here. We've got designed, after about 180 seconds, it's going to stop making any noise of any kind and just start running through different patterns, different screens, stuff like that, track modes. Really, all you got to do is you can pretty much hit any button. When this came up in the all game selection menu, and we were actually looking for a game that he grew up playing on the console. We were able to find it. But when you get into this menu or any of the menus, we're just going to simply traverse it by pushing the joystick up or down. We can go page to page by hitting it left or right. Or you can hold it up and it'll go fairly quick, or down. Or you can hold it left or right and it will go really fast going through all these games. Now in the all games menu, what you're going to have up here is you'll see, like, this is Champion Pro Wrestling, one of my favorite old games. But when you see these like this, these are actually the headers or bezels from the originals. And you'll notice here, there's a game from Atari 2600. There's another arcade game, Atari 2600, Sega Mega Drive. And so you can see how it'll let you know which system goes with what. And so it's really cool. Any of these games that you want to play, you're simply just going to hit player one. Now this is an arcade game we're pulling up here, so we do have to credit it. And that's one thing I was just explaining to him a minute ago. When it comes to these cool Atari, Bally Williams, whichever, as long as they're vertical, this 27-inch monitor does a great job of giving you the 19-inch monitor from these originals. We'll credit everything right here, and then you just hit player one or two, and away you go. And anytime you're ready to leave a game, go to another game, you're simply just going to hold down player one till you hear the sound stop. You let up. Here you are back in the all game menu. You're going to use these menus to traverse through all the games. So what we're going to do now is we want to get to the system selection menu. We're going to touch the top yellow button on the left. And now here we are in the system selection menu, where now we can go through all the platforms. We can go to the classic arcade games, we can go to all the console games, and you're basically going to continue the same process you did in the all game menu. So here we are, we're going to select arcade games, we're going to hit player one, and here they are. And you just scroll through, find whatever game it is you want to play. And so Space Ace, I love Space Ace and Dragon's Lair, lots of fun. But I love to show off some of the Street Fighters just because I could go through every little thing. And when you're ready to select, you're going to hit player one. And it's literally just like you turned on the arcade game. This is the way I've worked on all these, pretty much, well, not all these games, there's no way, but on a lot of these games I've worked on, and this is the way they come on when you plug them up. So once you're in, this is an arcade game, so we're going to credit it here. We do have a real Condor mech. And inside here, we've got the Pyle amp, which you've got the bass, treble, and the overall volume control. And you also have your dual port charger here. Now, as these come on, we're just crediting them. Pick player one, player two. And so now they're both in. And I'm just going to run through some things where I can check them. Graphics look incredible. This machine turned out looking phenomenal. So basically, with Street Fighters, you use all the buttons, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going through a test with everything, which I did with him already. But he can also, you know, if he's playing a game and he sees something that doesn't appear right, he can come over here to any of these Street Fighter games. You can test every little thing, make sure everything's doing just as it's supposed to do. And we already tested a trackball game. And then once you're done, you just hold down player one till it stops. You're back out here. So what you have, you've got an 8-way joystick here, 8-way here. In the middle, you have a 4-way, and this is where you want to play your Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Popeye, all those classic originals that use a 4-way. This is going to be your go-to. Now, you could play it with an 8-way. It's just not going to be as fluid. It's just not, you know, what happens is when you're triggering left, right, up, down, this one over here is instead of triggering one switch, it's triggering two, which doesn't allow it to read what it just doesn't understand what to do because it wasn't designed that way. So with these older games, you want to use this, and trust me, if you've got a woman that likes Miss Pac-Man or any of those things, she's going to enjoy playing that one right there. It's because she's going to be able to play nothing worse than getting a big game and your wife be frustrated playing Miss Pac-Man. So we're going to avoid that. But that's pretty much the same process. Now we're going to go play console games. We're in a menu, so we can hit that top yellow button and we can go right on down to ColecoVision or Nintendo or Super Nintendo, PlayStation, anyone you want to go to. You're just going to hit player one. And once you hit player one, you're now in here. And a lot of these, it's almost like the entire catalog. I will say, you know, some you'll find some that are missing. There's Beavis and Butthead. And you'll see the box. The boxes will pop up, which I love to see those. I didn't even know there was a Blues Brother game. I might have to check that one out alone right there. But it's a lot of little cool little games you can see. I'm just scrolling through this, and you got the little, you can see we're in Super Nintendo here. And I'm just scrolling through. So you can see some of the games here. But I'm going to have to get back to the house. But just want to make sure I walk through this stuff. So any of these things that you want to play, there's even a Dragon's Lair version of Super Nintendo. So, you know, any of these you want to play, you can just see it's loads of games. They're everywhere. Quite a selection. Quite a selection. So let's see here. Just incredible. Just incredible. But anything you want to play, you're just going to hit player one. Now with each of the platforms, the console platforms, you need to figure out your path because, you know, you just had a little control with the red and black or the two red buttons. Nintendo is a little bit easier. Seems like a lot of those will go through player one. With console games, you do have to go through the intro on a lot of them. So it just takes a little longer to kind of get to where you want to go. And but that's basically what you're going to do. So I just hit player one to move forward. Yeah, so hit player one, hit start. And that's, you just kind of figure out each little console and each little thing that you want to do. Just go into the storyline. Once again, to get out, just hold down player one. And we're back out. We want to get to another console. We're going to hit the top yellow button, and away we go. Which I'm looking for a new upgrade coming here very shortly, so those have been waiting. I think we're going to have a few more consoles. We're going to figure out a few more things with some of the other games. But just wanted to take a minute just to show you how beautiful this cabinet turned out. I mean, it just looks incredible. Just looks incredible. I cannot wait to put some of these pictures online. Once again, Bryan did a phenomenal job with these graphics. His idea really turned out great, and appreciate his business. And y'all, hey, to get your game on at home, give me a call, 843-450-0171.